Yo, what up everybody? So today we're going to be covering our mutual aspect. And today we're going to be doing mutual aspect of Sun and Saturn. And what happens when these two planets are in mutual aspect with each other. And as you know, this is going to be half the story. You can't really determine what truly a mutual aspect is doing unless you know what house the planet rules, what sign and houses the planets are currently placed in, because then they're going to be exchanging each other's energies and bringing their house energies into place. So we don't know that. We will later on in time when we go through these mutual aspects through signs and houses. But for right now, this is going to be a very basic mundane meaning. But it's still very strong enough meaning. It gives you a good picture of what is happening. And as always, if you do not know, if you have Sun and Saturn mutual aspect, and if you have other mutual aspects, all your planetary alignments, for that, check out the links here and check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunction, and Aspects of the Speed of Light. And you will see on the second page on your report exactly where each planet is placed. So you'll know, what's happening. So, Sun and Saturn mutual aspect. Let's talk about that. So, Sun and Saturn mutual aspect. Well, Sun in astrology, as you know, represents our father, government, authorities, our ego, our self-esteem. Are kind of like the reason for us to be born in this planet. Then you have Saturn, which represents, the working class, the discipline, organization, or limitation. It represents the cabinet of the king. Saturn is a natural old wise man who kind of like walks slow. So he takes time to, do things. But mainly Saturn is reality and practicality. When Sun and Saturn are in mutual aspect with each other, one thing you will notice is that the age of 33, things related to the axis where these two planets are looking from becomes active. So if they're in the first and seventh house, at 33rd year of age, you might get married. But mainly, if there's one word that you want to understand with this mutual aspect, is responsibility. A person becomes extremely responsible and mature in their life. They have certain duty to fulfill. They are given it a duty, a task at an early age to manifest in their life. You will see these people. These are the people who had to grow up early in their life, who had to take on responsibilities of the household and carry on the responsibility of, feeding the family members. You will also notice your father was a very strict person. Anytime your father wanted to teach you wisdom, wanted to teach you any lessons of life, he kind of showed it to you with a stick or with a very strict attitude. Because your father believed that true wisdom is learned the hard way, not the easy way. Kind of like how teachers in India, astrology teachers, like how Sunil said, they tormented you to learn one good technique. And the reason why they tormented you, because you will remember those techniques. Same thing happens with Saturn and Sun. These people learned responsibilities and the wisdom of life through rigorous process, through great struggle. They're also, especially if you notice in the 4th and 10th axis of this mutual aspect, is they feel like they have a duty to fulfill to their government and to the people of the homeland. They feel like they have to give their services to the hierarchy. And usually these people make great administrators, great counselors, government workers, because they're all about maintaining that kingdom for the king. But mainly you will see these people are extremely mature. They're serious on their approach to work and to things. Of course, they will smile, they will laugh at everybody, but they know back of their mind, they always are like, I have this duty to fulfill. That's it. That's my duty. That's my duty. Throughout their life, they will carry this energy, this mutual aspect of Saturn and Sun with them. Whether it's a conjunction or mutual aspect will have a similar pattern. But what happens with conjunction versus mutual aspect is that in conjunction becomes very, very hard, because it's like you have two enemies living together in one apartment. Here you have two enemies looking at each other through a balcony. So your personality is being affected by Saturn, right? Because your Sun is being aspected by Saturn. Shows that personality, ego, self-esteem takes time to develop. And you're just a workaholic type of a person whose personality and ego really shows through their work ethics. Then Saturn receives the aspect of Sun. Shows that your discipline, your work ethics, your organization and structural skills are recognized by other people. People kind of see it like, wow, this person works hard, this person is a disciplined person, and they're very dedicated people. Because Sun is brightening the qualities of Saturn by looking at him. But the reason why obviously they're two enemies, because they're father and son. Not too much or not too many times you'll see father and son getting along. But mainly it's just like, since Saturn rules the 10th house originally with the sign of Capricorn, government, Sun is the government, there's usually something related to the government and politics and wanting to be part of the, that kingship at one point in their life. Okay? So guys, this was my analysis of Sun and Saturn mutual aspect. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And again, if you want to know where your Sun is placed, where your Saturn is, what mutual aspects you have, all my reports, books, consultations, for that, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.